Hey, howdy everybody. It's John coming at you from Reno today. Just thought I'd say, hey, where's that old timer? I guess, Dad, you're an old timer by now, right? Hey, the last 80th birthday party I remember was Grandma's about 25 years ago, right? I guess the kids were only young then. I just wanted to drop by for a quick congratulations and say sorry that Ruth and I couldn't be there, but thankfully I have Nigel representing me today, us today actually. So Nigel's there with his beautiful girlfriend Melanie of 8 years, and also representing the family is my soon-to-be daughter-in-law Corey Levis, and my young grandson, your great-grandson, Master Cooper Frazier. So Dad, after 80 years, you should be able to look back at the few good times, right? Well, hopefully some of my memories are also some of your memories. And I know what you're thinking, that boy doesn't remember anything. He's just like his mother. Well, that's true, but I can't associate every event in my life with the make, model, and year of the car I was driving at the moment. That's your thing. It's an amazing talent, and I swear, Dad, you must have had 100 cars. But I do remember the highlights, and obviously those important times come from our lives in Londonderry, which by now really only represents 19 years of my life, 13 of which were at our house on the mountain. On the romantic side of it, you had us moving to the country where we'd all work as a team. We would work, we would hunt, we would fish, we would farm. Scratch that. I mean, we'd cut down trees on a 2-acre lot, pull the stumps with a come-along, till the ground, plant the seeds, and then quit farming. On the practical side, we'd build walkways and driveways, ponds, log cabins, foundations, jeeps, not to mention chimneys, underground bunkers. We performed reservoir refurbishment. We cut and hauled our own wood and built roads. And what about the cellar stairs catastrophe? But it wasn't all work and toil. I had a bunch of fun with my brothers and sister when they weren't tormenting me or ignoring me or excluding me or smacking me down or blaming me or holding me underwater or leaving me behind or yelling at me or trying to break my back during a game of basketball when you were cheating. Right, Todd? But seriously, Dad, I'll never forget all the good times. Like at the lake, fishing. Although sitting like a statue in a boat for 2 hours at dusk while you were fishing was a bit tedious. And how about fishing on the Great Village River when you jigged that salmon or trout or whatever it was, and you gave me the rod? That was super illegal, but it was fun. And I'll never forget that memory. Or how about every spring when the sap was running and we made maple syrup? The most vivid memories I have of Charles is boiling sap while we played around and did yard cleanup. That and getting our asses kicked from that sparkler thing. I guess it's possible we could have burnt the entire forest down and left us homeless. Yeah, it's possible. I see it now. And what about the memories of vacation in New Hampshire and Boston in the great ship Carib? And actually riding in the back of the truck all the way. Memories of you only ever owning a truck and only getting a van when all of your kids moved out was still fascinating to me. Yes, I remember the Pontiac and the Corolla and the Lincoln, but it always seemed to be a truck with a seat in the back. I guess I should be happy that we had a cab, right? And Dad, what about getting caught smoking in the basement by the furnace? To this day, a flawless plan, especially when your old man weighs 240 pounds. I guess you were light on your feet that day, weren't you? You caught me. Or how about the time you sent me up the hill to scare Kenley and Margaret? Which, truth be told, I thought might be worth it to catch Margaret in some kind of a panty party. And I know, I get it. My plan was to cover one eye, so I wouldn't see my sister in her underwear. And now that I think about it, it's a pretty good plan getting me out of the house for a couple hours, right? And who could forget the night at the Londonderry Hall? Yes, it was your first time in the hall in years. And then some guy made a pass at Mom, and, well, I think you knocked him in the mouth and you broke your hand. That was awesome. So, you know, guys, I wouldn't make a pass at Carlotta if I were you. Or bam, that's it. And then here's a couple of machine gun memories. Like going to AA in Bass River with you, mostly for the donuts, not because I was an alcoholic. Or snaring rabbits, or smorgasbords at Keddy's, and I was allowed to pay with Mom's $100 bill she always had in her purse. Or hitchhiking to school with Kenley, that's not so popular anymore. Or haircuts every week, just in case my hair didn't get too long. Or all the wrestling matches, or playing baseball. I guess parents are going to the kids' games these days. How about swimming and fishing and camping down by the river? And how about Edward challenging you to a foot race to managers? Not really fair with those 28-inch legs of yours, right? Or Todd's announcement he was quitting school. Or Kenley's announcement she was joining the military. Or John's announcement that he's getting married. All awesome memories. What about cleaning up after Kenley's grad party that you never knew about? Or digging graves down at the cemetery, just like my big brother. Or having a 3-week dish duty rotation. Or Archie Bunker. Or that little fib I told Bam Joseph. Oops. And what about the famous broken Four Seasons record? By the way, Todd did it. How about getting accused of sharpening all your drills backwards and then finding out you had the drill press going backwards and then later resharpening all your drills? And then there's L&M. Practice chanter lessons every 1st of July in Pugwash, being John John, the Piper's son. How about that t-shirt, up your kilt? Or you working 12 hours a day plus Sunday mornings? Or Mom working 16 hours a day? No, Mom didn't get up till 10, so at least 14 hours. 55 pipe bags a week for 20 years. Getting high on contact cement for $60 a week. Anyway, Dad, that's my attempt at mixing a few of my memories with a little laughter. I'll always look at my childhood as privileged, and you and Mom did a great job, and I'm proud to be a Langell. By the way, here's the latest on my family. Nigel, my Canadian Forces leader, has just retired from the forces after almost 10 years, and has returned to Riverview with Melanie, where he'll be joining NAVCAN as an air traffic controller. Melanie has just started a new position as head dietitian at a retirement home, and they'll be looking to buy a house in the next 6 months. This is hard. I should know this. Stuart is on month 5 of an 8-month cruise. He's currently in the middle of the Mediterranean somewhere, shadowing some Russian ships on a naval mission. He'll be returning in January. Coop and Corey were almost there. You did an awesome job. Corey has just completed her degree in psychology and is working in Halifax as a pre-vocational coach for disabled adults. Ruth and I are extremely proud to be officially welcoming her and Cooper into the family next September 2017. Finally, we'll have a daughter in the Langell family. Now, Eddie, I've included a clip of Oliver this month in St. John de Richelieu. Oliver has just graduated from BMQ and was appointed parade commander. He called the drill for the entire ceremony, and by the way, he was awesome. He's now in Victoria awaiting naval school training. Anyway, Dad, last but not least, Ruth and I are in about our 18th month here in the U.S. And so far it's been great. We've had a good time, we're safe, everything's been great. We've got a chance to get over to California quite a bit and see how life is over there. It's just like, it's pretty cool. Ruth's currently working at a doctor's office. She has the responsibility to run the whole doctor's office at this point. And we get free healthcare. That's just a joke. We don't get free healthcare. Healthcare and politics are the two biggest subjects we know nothing about and they're most foreign to us. So we're trying to work our way through that. Anyway, Dad, I'm over time. I just want to say happy birthday one more time. Congratulations on your 80th birthday. I hope you have a great party, and we'll see you when we get back to on holiday. So, cheers.